maybe give us an example of where you think that athletic sort of mindset helped you in a high stakes sort of pressure environment.
Yeah, absolutely, Jay. I think, just straight away, think of it as like training legs. Something I've always taken the hard route, or like the sort of the thing that nobody else wants to do, and like the sheep that's sort of traveling against the crowd. Like that's always just been sort of my mindset and who I am. And so I always end up taking like the hard route. And so when I say think about legs, it's like because nobody likes to train legs. Squats, quads,
leg day,
yeah. It's probably the hardest, I think, out of all the muscle groups that there are. And applying that, to the world of change management, where we have lots of meetings and back-to-back meetings, like taking meeting minutes and strong, very well-crafted actions that have come out from that meeting, like as mundane as it sounds, like that to me is almost like the foundational driver behind change, is the tracking of those actions. And then you being the person who's staying on top of that actions log and following up with people saying, hey, have you done that? May I please have the latest status on that action? We met last week and you took away these 3 actions and you said you were going to do them within the next 2 weeks. Can I please have a status on how those are going? And that's like the foundations of delivering cybersecurity, AI, any technology into any organization, is doing those really mundane, hard tasks that nobody else wants to do. And legs are the foundation of the rest of your body. Like, you've seen, guys and girls that have just got massive arms, massive shoulders, massive chest, backs, and then, chicken legs. And so that's what I've always seen is like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I love doing legs, but that they have to be done in order to have that complete holistic view of your organism, you as an organization, right? And then similarly in the enterprise world, those actions, somebody has to track those actions, right? So it needs to be, in my opinion, it has to be you, and it's the most boring task, most mundane, and sometimes the most hardest task to do as well.